It's been a journey. You created your FBA batch, selected LTL with the Pack First option, and completed the Find It and Box It steps. Now, you're ready to ship to Amazon. If you haven't done so already, click Next on the Box It screen. Select the day you plan to hand your shipment over to the carrier as the ship date, then hit Confirm. You'll be taken to the Ship It screen. Once Amazon processes your request, you'll see an overview of your shipment options on the left and the placement option inspector on the right. At the bottom of the screen, you'll also see a timer counting down the minutes until your shipment options have to be regenerated. You'll need to complete the entire Ship It step within this time frame to avoid restarting. In the overview, you'll see the destination warehouse IDs and the inbound fee for each option. Note that this is only the inbound fee. The shipping fees will come later, and it's often less expensive to choose an option with the higher inbound fee to save on shipping. If you click on a placement option, the placement option inspector will populate. The first option here is the ship date. If you need to change the ship date you selected at the end of Box It, you can do so here. But note that this may result in Amazon regenerating your placement options. Below that, you'll see which city and state each shipment is going to. You'll also see which specific boxes are going where. Each will be labeled with a code like P1B1, which means Packing Group 1, Box 1. If you printed packing ID labels for your boxes during Box It, you'll see the same code on each of those labels now. You'll also see a checkbox next to each box. This is handy if you have multiple shipments and want to check things like whether it will be possible to make your pallets stackable. You can tick the checkbox as you add each box to a pallet or move it into a separate group. Just make sure not to wrap your pallets yet. You still need to label your boxes. Note that the checkboxes are only for your convenience, and you can safely ignore them if you do not find them helpful. Once you've decided on and selected your preferred placement option, click Confirm Destinations. Hit Confirm if you're sure you want to continue. This will submit the shipment to Amazon, and you'll need to either complete the shipment as arranged or cancel within 1 hour. On the next screen, you'll see that you've confirmed your placement option. Your selection will be highlighted with a rainbow outline. After a moment, the pallet fields will appear on the right. Enter each pallet's estimated height and weight. Since the box labels are not yet available, you still don't want to wrap any pallets, even to get the true measurements. Under the Stackable drop-down, select Yes if the pallet is stackable or No if it's not. You can ignore the freight class drop-downs and leave them set to NA for now. Hit the New Pallet button if you need any additional pallets to complete the shipment. Once you've finished entering your pallet details for every shipment, click Get Shipment Costs. The page will take a moment to load. When it's done, you'll generally have the lowest cost partnered carrier pre-selected. If so, you'll have a new timer in the lower right showing that you only have about 20 minutes until your partnered freight options expire. Select the carrier field if you'd like to see your alternatives. Hit the X on the right, then click into the Type to select a carrier field. This will reveal all available options. Partner carriers appear at the top of the list and display their prices. No prices will be shown for non-partner carriers, and you'll need to work with them directly to see their costs. If you go with a partner carrier, you won't have to worry about the freight class, as it's not required. It will be set to NA automatically. If you choose a non-partner carrier, you won't have to worry about a 20-minute time limit, but you will need to provide additional info. Be sure to select the correct freight class for each shipment now. You'll need to get your bill of lading with your PRO numbers from the carrier before you can continue. Once you have that, enter the PRO number for each pallet. Whichever carrier you select, you can choose to print your pallet labels now, but be sure to not apply them until after your boxes have been labeled. You'll get another chance to print these later. Once you've completed all pallet fields, click Purchase Labels. Tick the checkbox for Accept all fees and shipment charges, then hit Purchase all shipping labels. The Ship It step is complete, and the ticking clock is gone. Well, except for the clock to palletize everything before your ship date. Luckily, you've just arrived on the screen where you can print all of your labels. Let's start with the Print Box and Shipping Labels. You can hit Print All Box and Shipping Labels to print everything at once. If you have trouble downloading multiple files due to your computer security settings, use the checkboxes and the Print Box and Shipping Labels button to print one at a time instead. Now you need to match your labels to your boxes from Box It. Match those codes like P1B1 and P1B2 to the packing ID labels you printed in Box It if you use those. If you did not use packing ID labels, hit Print Packing Lists. You'll have the same kind of printing options for these as for your box labels. Once you have your packing lists, you'll see that they show the contents of each box and its packing ID. You can then find P1B1 by finding a box with the same contents. Apply the matching box label, making sure the label is visible when the box is palletized. Then continue with the next box on the packing list. Once every box is labeled, you can palletize each of them and wrap your pallets. Finally, print your pallet labels if you did not do so earlier. Hit Print Pallet Labels and you'll see a familiar set of printing options. In the end, you'll get 4 labels for each pallet. Place them on the outside of the plastic wrap on each of the 4 vertical sides of your pallet as required by Amazon. If you're using a partner carrier, you need just one more document, your bill of lading. You'll need to provide it to your carrier when they arrive to pick up your pallets. If the Print Bill of Lading button is already clickable, go ahead and print it now. Sometimes your bill of lading, or BOL, won't be available right away. If that's the case, the button will be grayed out. It will become clickable no later than the morning of your ship date. Whether you have your BOL or not, you can safely close the batch by clicking Close this batch. If you need to print or reprint anything after the batch has been closed, go to Shipments in the lower left corner of the screen. Click on your batch and you'll see buttons for printing your labels, packing lists, and BOL on the right. Congratulations on completing your LTL batch. You're playing at the big leagues now.